All right, hello everybody. I I was just letting y'all visit and get at it. Okay, what I wanted to talk about tonight basically is leadership and the platforms and stuff like that. I'm not going to be on too long. I got on a little late. I'm not feeling too well. Um, what what I wanted to talk about tonight is dealing with whether you're an old leader, a new leader, upcoming leaders, don't want to be a leader, do want to be a leader. There's some aspects that you need to do. Is it vibrating? Is that me or
A little bit of static,
I'll
but not too
mute.
bad.
I'll mute.
nah? I think it was me.
No, it's you.
Yeah, I
Because
think it's
it,
Wayne said.
it was the last time too.
Yeah, well, I had the different ones in this time, so I don't know why it's doing it. Let me try these other ones.
I noticed on Rob's call last night he had a microphone, like he's giving a talk in front of an audience,
How's
like a
that?
podium.
Talk.
That's a lot. I think that's a lot better. Try again.
Hello.
I think that's a lot better.
All right. Number one thing that Jenny, let's see, I don't know what that is. You mentioned getting up in front of people, talking. It takes time, takes experience, takes confidence. Getting up there, you may not know everything, but still getting up there and believing you do. Believing what you're doing is the most important thing. When you're dealing with people that are in your group, dealing with other people that you may just want to be helping, you may not know everything, but that's fine if you're there trying to help them. Be confident in what you're doing. I sat and thought about it today as I was doing some traveling. And, you can look up all the quotes on what people think of a good leader. And there's many of them out there from many business people and from writers, poets, artists, historians in the past. There's one thing that I looked at today, especially when I was traveling home. And to be a good leader, as far as I'm concerned, if you truly care about the people that you're dealing with, that's the most important thing. Nothing else really changes anything there, anything that you want to do. If you don't consider yourself a leader, that's fine, but if you believe you're helping people, you may not believe it or not, then you are a leader if you care about what you're doing to help people that are with you. And that's the way I look at it as being a leader. Not being boastful, not being proud, not being arrogant. Being the person who you are and caring about the people that you're trying to help. I think that's the persona of a good leader from my vision on my end. I don't try and belittle anybody. Some new people may not know everything. You get frustrated sometimes when you take a look and you think that, well, why don't they know that? Well, some people may not have the aspects or the training in some areas, dealing with computers, being able to go out and talk with people. But that's where you can sit up, which, Jenny, I know you've done Zoom meetings. Jeremy, of course. Todd, you've been on here. You guys are talking a lot more. First time, Todd, you were on here quiet. Jenny, you were quiet. Y'all are open and talking more. And that's what this aspect here with this webinars or the other webinars with Rob or the trainings. When you get on here, you become more confident in talking with people. You get less shy. You're going to ask gentlemen, I'll walk in any Chamber of Commerce meetings and stuff like that. All these people are sitting in their little groups where you're supposed to go meet other business people, and each one of them's at their own little table. I get right up and I walk right over to the table and introduce myself. Ask them about their business. Let them finish, then I tell them what I do. And it's scary. It can be scary. It's not scary to me anymore. I've done so many things dealing with, from starting at the bottom of stuff to being at the top of stuff. But it's always being confident in what you do. Is the most important thing about being a leader, is saying, okay, I don't know everything, but I do know this about what I'm doing. And if you don't know everything, it's like Karen and I were talking the other night. She said she might be on a little later. She had a little bit of a conflict going on. She'd probably be in a little later. But if you go to a meeting and you're talking with a customer, and the customer asks you something and you're not sure about it, it's like I've told you all before. You can text me. I've always got my phone with me. I'll get back to you. If I don't get back to you right then, I usually hear the ding on a text, and if I read it, I'll read it, and if it's something I'll answer real quick and know that you're in me. Say, hey, I'm in a meeting with this customer, and do you know about this? I'm not sure. I'll text you right back. I'll give you an answer. But that's where it comes along the lines of leadership, dealing with my upline, as I call them. I call y'all my partners. I hate doing the upline and downline stuff, but you have the availability to reach out to people that may know something that you don't know, and that's what's important. Take initiative if you're not sure about setting them up in the registration on GeoStellar, on going into solar site design. Go in there yourself and look at the stuff. Take it upon yourself to learn something. If you're not sure, reach out to myself or Jeremy or someone that's your upline partner and ask them. If they don't want to answer you, come to us. We'll answer you. We'll give you the answer that you're looking for to help build yourself up. I know, Jenny, you're a good talker. Todd, you're a talker. Billy, I'm not sure. By the way, hello. And it looks like Billy's driving home right now. But the most important thing is realizing that there's help there for you. Just even with this little group here, that is something that I will post up, the video I will post up for everybody else to know. There was a couple of people that had notifications on there about the mentor program in GeoStellar Grigio. I answered them this morning. And I said, look, if you need help, contact me. Reach out to me. Thomas Hitt was, I believe, one of them. And I think he was on last week. But it's just realizing that in any of your core group that you have, try and reach out to your leader first. If they don't know the answer, then reach out to someone else. If you don't feel confident with your leader, that's fine. Reach out to someone else. But try your leadership. Me, my upline, Rob. So, I mean, and I reach out to Rob at times and email him asking him. Rob always gets back to me. You know, and it's most of the questions, answers the questions I know. But every now and then I say, hey, look, this is changes what's going to go on here. What do I do? And he'll get back to me and give me information. I was on Facebook last night, which I don't get on Facebook that often. I went on and checked. And I was looking through at some of the questions that people were posting, and I meant to tell Jeremy about this earlier, but I didn't get a chance to visit with him before the call. But I was sitting there thinking, you know what? Some of these questions these people have here, this stuff was up here a year ago, year and a half ago, that Jeremy and I were looking at. And Rob still answered some of the people. And I answered a couple of them last night, on there. And I said, some of the stuff that you think you might take for granted or think, they can't get that. Someone new or someone in the business that may be coming back in, that's been out for a while, may not know something. And believe me, it can be frustrating on our end at times. We're like, oh man, it's so simplistic, but yet to them, I don't want to put it, don't ever want to say anybody's stupid or anything like that, but sometimes, you've got to go in, you've got to look at some things, you've got to look at some of the training that's up there, some of the information that's out there. There's a lot of information. I send out the links, documents, and stuff like that. There's a bunch of YouTubes on there and stuff. And sometimes, you can, I've seen with Rob, I've seen with me with stuff like that, and I know Jeremy, at times you're like, did you even look at this before you even contacted anybody? Did you even try and do a little research? I know there was one specific guy, I'm not going to say it, Jeremy, but you know who I'm talking about, who would constantly ask questions and asked question one, you answer that, and he asked another question. I said, we just answered the question up here. This was a while back that you asked right there. We answered the questions answered right here. Did you not read the answer to the question that was pasted above? And you're going to run into that. And some people will frustrate you, but you just need to understand some of the new people are excited to come in. Some of the people that have gotten out and are coming back in. I'm starting to see a lot of people coming back in that have been on a hiatus or have to do something else. And now they're starting to come back in. They're starting to see the simplicity of all the programs and the platforms with the software changing. And Jeremy and I have been in since September of 2015. And let me tell you something. There's been a lot of changes. And there's been a lot of work that we used to have to do ourselves, to where now you type in an address, you make sure it's the right utility company, and boom, you get an assessment. That would have been nice back then. But
now they can do it in less than 5 minutes. It'd take us 35, 40 minutes. And now they can do it in less than 5. I think what we've run into with some that are coming back in, that just kind of lay dormant now that the things have gone simple. Rob had made the comment about, if you don't like the way things are, just wait, come back in 6 months. Just let us get it. And I've dealt with construction. I've dealt with a bare naked lot. We dug the footer. People saw the outline of the footer, and they're like, that's a little building. But when everything was said and done, this is a big building. Thing is, they didn't see it. When you deal with it all the time, you know what's going on. You know how big the building's going to be. But for people looking in from the outside that aren't aware of what's going on, it looks like a little bitty small building. It looks like grandma's 1-bedroom house. It ends up being something big enough you can put 3 of grandma's big little 1-bedroom houses in. So, he said, look, we're construction-wise, we're putting the frame, we're framing the walls, we're putting the plumbing in. Well, now we're at the point we're putting the sheetrock on the walls, we're painting the walls, we're getting ready to hang the pictures, we're putting the carpet in and the tile. That's where we're at now compared to when Lane and me started. We were literally with a footer back then. But the thing is, Rob was smart enough to do it to where we had a good solid footer, a good solid foundation to build off of. I don't know if y'all have ever seen buildings where you can see bricks and you can see the cracks in the bricks where it kind of walk up in a snake pattern. The cause of that is not a good foundation. One side shifts or lowers down, and it causes the wall to do that, and that's what causes your cracks going up your blocks or bricks. You got to have a good solid foundation to go up on. Sometimes it takes longer to get your footer done right than it does to build the building. But we're at the point we've got a good solid foundation. We are now at the point we're getting everything ready. It's like we're on the threshold of the grand opening. So we're literally there, we're that close.
And as a lot of times, even dealing in the construction of buildings or whatever, along the lines of what Jeremy's pointing out, is I've dealt with many things where dealing with surveying and engineering and stuff like that. And sometimes as you're going along, you realize, okay, this aspect's not going to work here. We need to change. And that's what we faced. We started out with dividend and stuff like that. Then we went to Eco Electrics for Texas, and we were only in a few states at a time. Well, now we're in 48 lower states. We were in, what was it, Jeremy? 20 states or 12?
I thought we started with like 10 states.
Yeah, 12
states.
12 or 10 states. And now we're in all the lower 48, and with some of the people that are starting to come back in, they're starting to see it. It's like Rob said, wait, and they're like, wow, you're still in here and stuff like that and changes. And there's some sales that we lost going through some transitions and stuff. I mean, I both the time, but it doesn't make us angry or anything along that way. We took it as a learning experience, and we move on from there. But we can pass along to anybody new that comes in or coming back. They're like, wow, you guys, you went through this, yeah. But you know what? What you do is you take from the learning experience that you get, and you just tack it up on the bookshelf behind you into your records, and you put them up here. So anything down the road you run across, you may run in, and I can say, hey, we've run into this, we've done this. Jeremy was mentioning one thing earlier. I had him looking for a video for me because I had originally done a video about a year ago on the basics, and that's what this is called, Basic 101 training in this group. How to get in your computer, how to build files, folders, take downloads that you sent from yourself or from your customers and put them into folders, a crew folder with then subfolders and stuff like that. And some people don't know how to do that. Some people are not computer savvy. Not saying they're stupid or anything, not by in no means. I've been dealing with computers since '95. So I've done web page designs, I've done, everything. Some people may not know how to build folders. That's something that if you need to learn to do, that you can help the people, or you can say, hey, I know Wayne knows how to do this, I know Jeremy knows how to do it. We've had,
if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Right. We've had a couple people with Jeremy in his group that didn't know how to do it. And some people might think, oh, no, because some people don't. You run into it all the time. So, and I'm not just talking about that, but I'm talking about other aspects of this business that you'll run into that you might think, gee, I ought to know that. Some people don't know that and take that to heart. But if they're here and they're reaching out to you and they're wanting to know something, it's because they want to learn. They feel something that they need to know, no matter what it needs to be. Some people want to know way too much.
Overload.
And what I tell them is, I say, look, you sit with me for 2 hours on a Zoom meeting by you and me one-on-one, and you're going to ask me to shut up. Because you're not going to be able to handle everything I'm going to throw on you. Because we can start at step one and go here and say, okay, what do you know how to do this? Yeah. Do you know how to do this? No. Do you know how to do this? No. Do you know about this? No. Do you know how to go do that? No. Do you know this? Well, okay, guess what? All them questions that I just asked you right there, those first 5, first 10, sit down, get your paper ready, because I'm going to answer every one of your questions. And I'm not trying to say that I'm a smart, I'm not going to say that, but can overload you with information. And along the lines of Jeremy, he knows sometimes I'm up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning going over stuff, trying to learn stuff. I'm constantly getting Twitter feeds. I'm constantly getting LinkedIn feeds. I'm constantly getting newsletters from the solar business, from everything, stuff for me to learn. I actually sent myself last night 6 different links for me to go read in information on things that are happening, stuff in the coal country, the stuff in Florida now that's going on, some stuff that's being passed. The reason I was late is I was reading an email from our Chamber of Commerce about some business changes that are happening here in Texas, dealing with loans and stuff like that. And I was reading that, and I was late logging on because I was reading that. I constantly reading, trying to update myself and educate myself. Not saying I'm a smart know-it-all, by no means at all. I don't know half of what Gregory and Rob know. But I try and get to the point to where I can help us average folks, partners, on basic, simple stuff. Jeremy has come so far along, y'all, from when we first started dealing in all this stuff. Believe me. It's like when people ask me about the Zoom stuff. You go talk to Jeremy. Well, you don't know. I don't know Zoom. I got enough to know. If I need to know something about Zoom, I'm going to contact him, because I told him when we first started doing this, he asked about it. I said, this is yours. I said, I'll be on there. We'll talk. You and I'll talk. We'll go through whatever. But you handle the Zoom stuff. I'm not going to deal with it. I don't have time to learn it. And that's something that he has gotten on and gone with other people in groups, other people from Facebook and crew and stuff, and set up and gone through and walked them through it. If you want to know anything about dealing with the Zoom stuff, Jeremy can help you with that. He can set you up in it. And, I'm just like, it's not that I don't want to know some of it. I just believe, why when I'll delegate it out. It's like a lot of people say at times, Rob doesn't delegate enough out. Rob is getting better at it right now. I know that. Right. I see it. He is realizing to delegate out. Well, I can do that, have someone over here do it and someone over here do it. But I still understand his position as a leader. He wants in on part of it still. And I understand that. And that's the way you should be. But you should learn yourself as your partners, your group begins to continue to grow, that you're capable of doing this. It's like me. I'm not even trying to recruit people. I had a guy that came out a few weeks ago and was showing us information to buy a pool. Well, he got done. My wife wanted a pool before then, so he had great baggage. Well, he has joined the group now, and he actually put him in his first house the other day. So, you never know where. I mean, he contacted me out of the blue and said, "Hey, man, I've already put my information. Where do I finish signing up?" And that's another thing you should take a look at, helping people to sign up. I've had people where I just can get on the phone. I don't need to be in front of my computer, and I can just talk to them. Not saying you may know everything right now, but I actually, the guy that just signed on, I was actually on the phone in the car traveling, talking to him and explaining to him. I said, okay, now go here, go to this spot on the GeoStellar thing, go down to this banner, click on it, check here. Because when he told me it was in our area, AEP SWEPCO, and he goes, well, it's showing a down payment. I said, go into the incentive area, go down on the incentives, click on it, and I said, underneath there's an AEP SWEPCO incentive that says $15,500. He goes, yeah, I see it. I said, is it checked? He goes, yeah. I go, I'm checking. And as soon as he unchecked it, he goes, oh, he went to zero down. And that's stuff that you as a leader can know, that you can help people in your area. Learn about Learn about your utility companies. Learn of what incentives they have in your area, in your state. You don't have to know all the states. If you've got people in other states, you can take the time and learn the information there. That's what a leader does. A leader takes initiative and begins to build, say, okay, I've got people in this state and I've got people in this state. Let me see what I can do, what I can learn. And Jeremy, did you say Billy's in Illinois?
No, you're still in Kentucky, aren't you?
I am in Kentucky, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, James is in Illinois. James is correct me if I'm wrong, James is the one that brought you in, correct?
As far as I'm aware.
Yeah, James. Actually, I found out today that James, as far as sponsor and so forth, didn't really teach him anything, and James kind of did like you and me. Trial and error, learn, tweak it, and go over like we did at the paper, just boom, boom, boom. But the one thing I want to get at was, where some of you may feel that, you may feel like I'm not good enough or don't know enough. How many of y'all drive a car? It's more of a rhetorical question. Do you get in? Do you think about park, reverse, neutral, drive, or you just do it? You see what I mean? If you drive a stick shift, if you ever know what I'm talking about, driving a stick shift, you turn around and you don't even think. You just throw the gear where it's got to go, and you don't think about it. The thing is, you had to put a little time and effort into learning it, but the more you did it, the better you got. It's that simple. The more you guys do this, the more you keep doing it, it's going to just click. Because when I got my CDL, I was driving an automatic truck, and when I took my CDL class, it was to learn to drive a stick, and that truck has like 10 to 12 gears. And I had to do what's called double clutching. I had to press a clutch, take it out of gear, press a clutch, put it back in gear. Well, the thing is, I'd turn around, get in my truck, and it's automatic, and I'd be driving it, and I'd be sitting there mashing the clutch. It ain't there. The thing is, you get accustomed to it, and it becomes a habit. Now, the one thing is, y'all know more than you realize. The thing is, right now, you think about it, if you went to turn around and show somebody how to drive, you're going to help them, and you're going to know so much more than they do, but they're going to be insecure, and you're going to doubt whether or not you know how to do it. But once you know what you're doing, you're going to have that confidence. Just think about it. It's that simple. As far as leading somebody, you don't have to know everything. Just show them what you know. It's that simple. Show them what you know, and if they need more information, get with Lane, get with me. We'll help you out. But the thing is, what was that old saying? The only stupid question is one you don't ask. Y'all got to remember and think about it from this aspect. Okay, that's too close. CDL what? CDL county? Country.
Country driver's license.
Country driver's license. I love it. But the thing I was getting at was, y'all got to remember sometimes, and Jenny, this is the reason I was trying to encourage you to speak to Rob and get out there, because a lot of times what may seem to be a dumb question, you may be afraid to ask it because it seems dumb, but there may be 300 other people that want to know the same answer you do.
Yep.
Every time, for every question, you're like, there's 30 other people want to know the same thing you know. And just to like, forget about it. I'm going to ask. Go for it, Jenny.
And believe me, as Jeremy is stating there, we've been on calls before when we first started, and someone has asked, or I've asked, or Jeremy's asked, typed it in, and people weren't able to talk like we do here. But in the comment section, in the chat section, you say, "Man, I was just wondering about asking that." It goes down the line and stuff like that. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask, because if you don't know it, then you don't know it. But if it's
I didn't have a question ready, to be honest with you, last Thursday.
Why not?
I mean, because you know how, like I said to you, Jeremy, I froze up because like I take meticulous notes. I don't always even go back over them, but you know what? I do take notes and I do have questions. But you know, when you're like, okay, then it's like all of a sudden you don't know, you know. Yeah. You know, it would be. You know, I have a suggestion. Is it, you know, for those of us that haven't ever met Rob, do you think that maybe he would come on and meet us?
You talk about Rob getting on and like meeting us?
Yeah, like one time I was on a Zoom, like when I first joined, I don't know, over a year ago, like Gregory Mascari came on once, and it was like, wow, because, you know, like a lot of us aren't able to go to the events and meet y'all, and so it's such an honor to even spend this time with you two, because like we haven't been able to even get out there. So you know, I think it's so important to build relationships, and you know, we're really looking forward to an event out here on the East Coast. So I'm in Michigan, as is Todd, but you know, my understanding was that Rob and I don't know who else on the advisory council was going to do kind of like a little tour, and yeah, we really kind of want to meet y'all, and it's just that we're not able to, you know, financially make the trip, and so
I know this one.
this brings us closer, and I really appreciate that you guys do the live Zoom more than, you know, I mean, it's right, Todd? I mean, you know, I can't hear you, but yeah, it's the only way we get to know you. So
Yeah, and I mean, this is a little more leveled down a little bit, more toward, you know, it's like, because I know, and part of the reason I made this aware to Billy was because if you
what do
got
you mean? Is this a special class?
No, I'm just saying, what I'm getting at is if people want to know something.
A little yellow bus.
Stop it.
I like yellow buses.
I don't mind the short bus. No, I've never been on one, but.
No, I don't. And I don't mean any disrespect. I don't miss any. Yeah, I don't mean any disrespect there. No, it's and you know, amazingly, is I get people that email me from the emails I send out, and they're like, "I'm sorry, I'm not going to make it. I can't make it." You know, and they give me a heads up still. I'm like, "Look, don't be sorry. If you can make it, you make it." You know, I said, and I always send them back, and I'm like, "Look, if you got questions that you can't be on there, but you want the questions, get back with me. You know, you don't have to be on the webinar to get the answers. You can text me. You can do this." But a lot of times, a lot of them will say, "Hey, man, I can't be on, you know, and I'm sorry. I appreciate you keep sending them to me and stuff." And this is for y'all's convenience, not ours. We decided to do this, Jeremy and I, over a year ago, because there were some basic, simple things that people didn't know how to do. It's like now even registering. I mean, when we were doing stuff with dividend.
Yeah.
With what?
You know, with dividend.
Before GeoStellar.
Yeah, we were showing people how to register in there, how to get them do their training and stuff. And now we've gone through GeoStellar. We had stuff with Eco Electrics in Texas for training and signing up, and then solar site design where the commercials come in and stuff like that. And we ourselves had to learn and redo registrations and stuff like that.
Where's the video you were talking about? Just you referenced a little bit ago about just the basics, Lane. Is that something that's on your YouTube channel, or something that you might want to share in case?
What basics you mean? I mean,
well, like you said, crew basic. I mean, this is called crew basic training, but like I think you were talking about like just the basic stuff about signing up as a member under, say, solar site design and
yeah, there's I have a links page that's got some stuff on there. But I also have some stuff on the I've loaded up some videos on the GeoSteel Celebrizio. I've got some on my YouTube channel, but there was one specifically that Jeremy and I were looking for. I couldn't remember when we did it, if he recorded it or if I did, and because I can't find it in my files. Mm-hmm. And I think at that time Jeremiah recorded it, but he said he thinks his computer booted it out for space because he didn't have much space. And so what I'm thinking about doing is going back through again, doing a quick 15-minute thing on building files, building folders, go here to register. Now, some of the stuff on registering, I think that was about 3 weeks ago, a video on my, you can go into the, my YouTube. You have the stuff to my YouTube, right, Jenny?
Yeah, it's EX. What's your YouTube channel name so we can put it in the chat? Like, I don't know, Billy, you probably, I don't know, maybe he signed up, but just in case.
Well, I was going to try and get some of that information to him.
Hold on, I'll be back. Y'all visit.
Now, while he's looking for that, see, because we've done some videos with that, basic training on, setting up, like where you've got, Jenny, like where you've got the index cards, got that down. But
Yeah.
that's where we did one, and I was trying to find it where I was just showing my guys in Alabama, they're not real computer savvy, one in particular, but he's come such a far, long way because now he can turn around and put in a proposal in solar in GeoStellar without me. And the Zoom was a big part of the reason he was able to, because when he went to put the customer in, I walked him through. I said, all right, well, share your screen with me. Let's do this. All right, go here, go there, boom, boom, boom. But the thing is, that's why, like I said, that's why I got with Zoom. But see, then too, I showed him how to do a folder, to make a folder on his computer, like crew, and then open that commercial, residential, so he could open, a subfolder.
Yeah, see, and I didn't know how to do that, y'all. Now, I know Lane's real organized with that too. And, Karen and I got on a Zoom the other day, and I'll be honest with you, I was kind of embarrassed because, like, I just didn't really know how to, like, make a double screen and take and drag something. And, navigating around in there and actually getting organized, let me tell you what, the worst distraction I have is organization. And it's because I really don't know how to do it. And I think that really trips a lot of people up, is that they don't know how to organize everything so that they can actually get started. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
I waste a lot of time trying to find stuff and get organized.
That's like on my laptop. I've got a thing where I've got, when Lane and me go to a trades day show or a home builder show or home and garden show, I have a folder with information or videos of like GeoStellar or of like I'm trying to remember the name, Solar World, I think is the name of it, where they do a solar test for, they do hail damage, or they drive the cars up on the solar panels showing the strength of the panels and stuff like that. I have it to where I can open this folder, hit play. I don't have to use my data. I can hook it up to a TV and play it. But see, that's the thing, if that stuff, those kinds of questions, that's something you need help with, let us know. We can turn around and we can do a segment on that, and we'll make sure
that would be helpful.
But that's what I was saying. Y'all let us know what you need help with, and that's what we're here to do, is because once y'all get your basic understanding, once y'all know that you throw it in reverse, to look back when you back up. You don't just throw it in reverse and hit the gas. You got to look, see where you're going.
That would be really helpful. Let's shoot for doing that if we can.
We'll see. We can maybe target that next week.
That'd be great.
But see, that's the thing, if y'all need help getting the organization with the folders and so forth set up, step by step with that. As far as if y'all need help putting a customer in with GeoStellar or something, that's why Lane and me are here doing this. And that's why I said, don't hesitate to ask. Let us know what you need. If we've got a video to it, we can, Lane's already got a video or something, we can send it, say, here's the link on when we covered that, this should answer your questions. If we don't have it, we can redo it. And
one of the things that,
yeah, go ahead.
One of the things that I might suggest, and would be a really good way to interact with or teach somebody that one-on-one, is to like sign in remotely to their computer. So you can move their mouse and navigate their computer, and you can help them walk through it so that they know where they have to go to get to certain things. But that would be a one-on-one thing. You would have to work with each person individually.
Well, see, when we do that, see, like with this is what I like about Zoom. And you might remember this, Billy, because I was showing y'all like where I showed you my screen, and showing you like GeoStellar Breezio. The thing is, with this, we can let you share your screen, and we can see your screen, and we can talk you through it.
Mhm.
Okay,
You know,
yeah.
You know,
It's
and
essentially the same thing, except
Right.
that there are ways that you can actually jack in. You can move their mouse and
Yeah, once
Yeah,
you share the
I've
screen,
got to figure out how to do that on Zoom. I haven't had the time to find out how to operate their screen on Zoom yet. Yes,
It
Lane, go
Technology.
ahead. You can unmute though.
right.
Lane, hold
Lane,
on a
you're
minute.
muted.
Lane's still muted. All right, now you're not.
All right, we'll mute.
There's a program that I've already run across dealing with my wife when she was setting her computer up to get back with the hospital. It's called freemeetings.com or something like that. You go in, you can set up a meeting. The person on the other end can request access to your computer right then, just for that session. He got in. I said yes, because I was showing him what I was doing to get her computer set up from this end, because she was having a lot of problems. And he goes,
Right.
okay. He goes, let me take over. And he took the mouse and went through and did the stuff. So yeah, Billy. And it's called freemeetings.com. I'm looking into it because I don't think it costs anything. But
That would be really great.
yeah, the person can
Right.
request access at that time, just that one time,
Yep.
into the system, and then can take over like this with the mouse and move it around and
Right. Well, and the great thing about that is that, you know, I mean, it can be really overwhelming to try to navigate through all of that stuff by yourself. And then, you know, that can help to alleviate some of that tension for newer people.
Right.
Okay, I just put the first one of the first YouTube ones that we did that we recorded. I remember recording on my end. You can click on that. You can click on that link. You can go in there and you can subscribe, but it will bring up all the other videos that we have posted there. You can also go into GeoStellar Breezio. If you're not signed up yet, we can help you get signed up, but you need to get into geostellar.com. That will automatically connect you with GeoStellar Breezio, which is along the lines of not really a Facebook, but a platform for us to contact back and forth. And it's a really good platform. A lot more people should be using it. If you go in there, I'm posting videos, I'm posting articles, links in there. So when people go, well, where do I find this? I said, just go over here to the Texas group. You know, if you're not in the Texas group, I'll add you. Just because it's a Texas group doesn't mean you have to be from Texas.
I'm from Alabama.
It's getting you in there to where it allows me under the Texas aspects to put in the videos, and I've got a bunch of the videos right there. You can click on there. Billy, if you're not in there, I don't know if Billy's in there or not. Jeremy, you have the availability to add him also along that aspect.
Breezio?
GeoStellar Breezio.
Yeah, I think I'm on that.
Okay, well, I'll look for you and I'll add you if I see. If not, Jeremy, you can get them.
Right.
But this link right here, you can just link on it and you can just subscribe. When I upload a video on there, like after tonight's meeting, it'll take a little while because our meetings usually are recorded a lot longer than Rob's in there, so it takes a while for mine to upload. But I try and upload them later tonight or the next day at least. It's they'll be loaded and you'll get a notification when there's a new one uploaded. You should get a notification. You can set it up to where you can get a notification from the thing when the new video's added. And it's ETX Solar is what it should be under, just in case. You can bring that up. But I've got other videos, I think, on there that I like under my name and stuff, but stuff dealing with crew and stuff like that. That are on there that I've saved from Rob and Dan, David Levine, and other stuff like that. I don't know if you have access to them or not, but I try and post them up so you can have access to stuff. But I try and grab the videos and add the stuff over on the GeoStellar Breezio under videos or articles that I run across. There's some really good stuff coming out. LG is going to really put Tesla batteries to the testing.
They're going to give them the competition now.
Yeah, LG batteries, they're really going to get, when it comes to the batteries for solar, are really moving up fast. And see, this is where Rob had talked about when we first started this company, when a lot of people were asking about the batteries. We couldn't even offer batteries with our residentials back then. But he said, give them about 2 years, and then we'll really be in the market. Well, things are really starting to change now. I mean, with GeoSolar, we can offer the batteries. It's still expensive. But now with LG coming in, high-end battery storage for solar, that's a game changer. When those batteries start coming down quite a bit, and we can add them to the system for no problem whatsoever, that's a game changer for everything, even the utility companies. When people can say, they say, would you like to add the battery onto your system? Or we start offering that, right up front. Say, well, we have battery storage. We got 1, 2, or 3 like we do now, but we might be able to offer a battery storage in case the power goes out real quick, just for emergencies into our systems down the road. We are moving into that direction. The capabilities. We have 1, 2, and 3 now, but it's going to cost the customer quite a bit. Well, down the road, we might be able to have that already offered, like the Pure Power Box and where we put them in and stuff like that. The number 1 phase battery for emergencies, if they go out, that might be added down the road automatically. We can do it, into the financing system.
I'm actually really fascinated about that. I was looking into getting a mobile home, and I was thinking about I was donated an Inch-Turtle autism van, and I was thinking about turning it into a mobile battery. So I'm very curious about all of that.
Mobile battery.
See, I mean, that's what I love about calls like this, because there's so much information, idea here, idea there, little something. It may seem like something small, but it can be something that moves something, be a groundbreaking movement. But there's one thing I wanted to bring out. We touched on the high run of MLMs last week, but the thing is where we're different. Yes. Yeah, be quiet. Sorry, my son's wanting to come in. But the thing is, I remember Rob using the illustration back when we were with Citizenry. He used the illustration of a rocket. So the thing is, they used to build the toy rockets, and then when you shoot it, you light it, and it go way up in there, go up real fast. But guess how fast it came back down? Just as fast. Now you think about a company. Do you fly up real fast, make you get a little chunk of change real quick, and boom, it crashes? Or do you want to be in a company that's like a plane that takes off, maybe slow taking off, but as it takes off and goes up, what happens when it finally goes back down? It gradually goes back down. You'll be up in the air for a while, so you can compare it to a plane or a rocket. Straight up, straight down, or something that's going to go up, stay a while, and gradually taper down. This is something that's beneficial for a long run, and it's something that's not going to fly away. But like I said, it's building. That's what Rob's been doing, is building a good foundation. So, he's building something structure-wise that we're able to make a good living on. And like I said, this is why Lane and me started doing this, was to help people. Some of the most simple, basic questions. And Lane knows me, I'm animate sometimes. Somebody posted, don't waste your time on blah, blah, this and that. Go for the superstars. I'm like, if anybody's given half a chance, they can be a superstar. If you give them the opportunity, give them the tools, give them the know-how, they can do it too.
The diamond in the rough.
Exactly. Go, Jenny.
Tools. I'll be the first to admit that there's a lot of tools I don't have in my toolbox. And I'm really a fast learner, I think, after a few times. But I do appreciate the walkthroughs. And again, this, like we said a minute ago, just showing us how to get organized, like Todd agreed as well. Because I don't know, I mean, it's assumed that we know this. And like for instance, the solar presentation that we're planning to do our own presentations. I mean, Gregory's training is phenomenal. I don't know if he and Rob know that like a lot of us don't even know how to actually take the information that's saved on, say, the laptop and access it so that we can actually do the PowerPoint presentation. I've never, ever trained in PowerPoint. I mean, you know, I used to be a flight attendant. I never did this before. You know, a lot of people have learned throughout their life. And so I want to learn, but I know that, you know, there can't always be a lot of time to put towards people that don't know this stuff. But, you know, again, Karen Buck did a live Zoom with me the other day, just the two of us, and God bless her. She is just like, she's such an incredible teacher. I'm not kidding you. I'm just like, I see this recording, but I feel so grateful for her, you know, and I'm like, wait, show me again. Because I like tried to go back and do what she taught me, and I like the double screen and then dragging. I was like, no, I couldn't do it, you know. But like I guess everybody assumes we know. And as far as me going and doing a presentation, I mean, I would be tripping over myself. That's how I feel right now.
Well, that's the thing. It's getting to the point. Practice it, practice it, practice it. That's the thing.
Like maybe I'd feel more comfortable doing a presentation like this. Like Lane was saying, you really know the Zoom stuff. You know, a lot of us don't. And my first experience with Zoom, Todd and I got on. He said, "Hey, will you like meet me in the Zoom room so I can see how this works?" And It's wonderful how you can like connect that with the geostellar.breezio platform, and then you can send out a group message for whoever you want to invite to this meeting, like you do. And you know, but you know, like if we don't know how to do that, it's a wonderful tool to know how to use to have like a live Zoom like this with, say, my team, or Todd could have with his team, or, you know, Billy could have with his. We talked about that, learning how to do this.
What is it, Lane?
What?
Next Wednesday, Jenny's doing the PowerPoint presentation on the Zoom meeting.
I don't know how to do PowerPoint. I don't even have PowerPoint. I'm not kidding. I don't have PowerPoint.
I'm messing with you.
You are. I want to. I want to practice.
No, you can actually go online and look underneath the laptop or desktop you have.
Yeah.
Just get on the internet, and if you don't have PowerPoint right now in the program, so you don't have to buy it. There are programs out there. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Yeah,
that's a program you have to buy, right?
Yeah, right. Well, there's other programs out there that will run them that you don't have to buy. Check this one, Jenny. I'm not sure if I'm right, but Home Suites, HOMESUITES. I'm trying to remember if that's the software, the program.
Suite. Like Home Sweet Home?
Home Suites, SUITE, like suites.
Got it.
Just click on there and type up programs to open PowerPoint and Word, and there's some out there, and they're free, Jenny.
Oh.
And you can download them, and they'll open up the PowerPoint and the Word and stuff.
That's what happened. I couldn't open it in the file section of Join the Crew. I like tried to open it, and then it wouldn't let me. And so then like Karen helped me do that. And but yeah, okay. So I'm gonna check that out. Home Suites.
I think that's it. Don't No,
it's all right.
One that I used to use. Just get in there and Google search and say.
Do a search programs.
Well,
yeah, go ahead, Billy.
Look for available software is download.com. It's like CNET, and you can go in and you can look for any kind of productivity software. There's a lot of them that'll be free. Some of them you might have to pay for, but you'll have editor reviews and user reviews, so you can kind of determine for yourself what's going to work the best. And then it's just a matter of going through and digging, figuring out which one you like and use.
Yeah.
Download.com?
Yeah, but it's CNET.com is the CNET has you can go in there and you can look like Billy was saying. That's what I used to use years ago when I was going to research information, is to try and find stuff or down stuff. They go in there. They have people that the CNET, the magazine articles, stuff like that. They review stuff. They have their edit, different reporters and stuff. They review stuff. Up and new coming software is up and new coming, this and that. But you can get in there and look in there, and like you stated right there, you can go in there and look at one. And I say Home Suites, it might be something different. I can't really remember the name of it. It's one I used to use before I got the Word or all the Microsoft programs. like Excel and Access in PowerPoint and Outlook and Word and stuff like that. There's another one out there that's got the whole group of everything that's free, and you can it opens up and you can save stuff just as like a Word document, but it's not Microsoft and it doesn't cost you.
Open Office.
Open Office. Yes,
I think that's it. I believe. Yeah. Thanks, Billy.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
thanks,
but
man.
part of it, like Jeremy made a good point earlier. I mean, like when you ride a bike or you're driving a car or whatnot, you don't really think about what you're doing, but you learned that over time. More times you do it. Large part of like people that aren't comfortable with the computer is just not being afraid of it, getting in there and doing it.
Right.
I'm gonna give y'all an example.
It's a skill set, and it is learnable. I mean,
It is.
Right. And believe it or not, it's amazing how many people do not know how to do some of the simple, basic stuff.
Yep.
I mean, I say it amazes me. It doesn't, because, like I said, I've been dealing with it so long. But it really, to me, it doesn't really shock me. But there's a lot of people that don't want to do it. But in this business, it's helpful to know some of the basic stuff, especially setting up the folders for you.
Yes, there. Do a clap on that.
for your customers. That's the one that Jeremy was looking for. We'd already done one.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
We done one over a year ago on that. Just basic how to do folders. Karen mentioned it to me the other day. I'm probably going to do next Wednesday. I'm going to do that. Just get in a quick 15, 20 minutes, not real fast, but enough for anybody else that comes in that doesn't know how to do it. We can refer them. You can refer them to the video link so they can watch it if they're not sure. If you're not sure yourself, you can say, hey, I know these guys, we did this, they did the webinar, it's posted here. You can go in there and look, and they will walk you through on how to develop and build stuff. I'm not going to take long on it, but probably about 25 minutes to actually begin to go through and show people how to do that.
Thank you.
Jeremy was looking for the link where we did it to save, and I was looking for it too. That's what we were talking about earlier, is if it was there, I was going to post it.
And once this tool is learned, I'll be the first to admit, I mean, like I have notes, and I didn't realize how I'm not naturally organized. I've organized desks before. I've worked offices years ago when I was in my 20s, a long time ago. But, part of the problem of not being able to launch is constantly spinning your wheels going, okay, where do I find this and where do I find that, and how do I bring this all together so that I have a basic launch pad? You know what I'm saying? A lot of wasted time there. This is my number one distraction, you guys.
You need the cursed O word, organization. Now, there's one thing I got to say. I'm going to give an illustration as far as it goes, and believe me, this ain't the real redneck. My daughter's 13 years old. She knows English very well. She understands Spanish, but she's reluctant to speak it for whatever reason. I don't know. She's just shy, took after her mama. But yet what she's doing for the past few days, her interest isn't Spanish, it's sign language. And she's showing me this, showing me that. I'm like, keep showing me, keep learning it. The thing is, she wants to learn, and she's going through, practicing, learning, finding out what this means, what that means. She's doing something like this or something. And I'm like, what does that mean? That's who. And I'm like, it looks like you're shooting at somebody, like you're shooting words, but I can kind of see where the concept comes from. But the point is, she has that desire to learn. Y'all have that desire to learn, and that's the benefit. Y'all are at the point you're willing to learn, because I've talked with Billy before. He's wanting to get his information together. He's wanting to be a powerhouse. And the big thing is to get that information, you can do that. That's the key step. But, I've heard this saying in Texas more than anywhere else. How do you eat a cow? One bite at a time. You think about it. If you drink a glass of water, but if you try to drink 500 gallons of water at once, you're going to drown. So don't overwhelm yourself, but take a step at a time, learn it, get organized, and you can move forward. Once you get organized, you'll really be able to move forward. And that's why, like I said, hey, y'all need help with this? Let us know. We can target that. See, some people may feel, well, I don't know, and everybody assumes it. There's people that don't know. Let's get it. Let's address it. That's the good thing. Tell us what you need help with so we can help you tweak it, fine tune it. You may have felt like that was a stupid question, but you know what? There's at least 3 or 4 other people that need a little help with that.
And I was just following your lead there.
Hey, I went, okay, in school, in Alabama, of all places, they had the college level and they had the other level, okay? I went the VOTEC level that didn't go to college. I was on the low end. I had the highest grade average in English for my senior year. I got an award for it. I'm like, what? I was a B- and I had the highest grade average. Okay, so the point is, you got a dumb redneck hillbilly from Alabama redneck. I can do this. Y'all can do this. Okay, so hey, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah, can we see proof?
There's Karen.
Hi, Karen.
You missed it. I was raving about your teaching abilities. That's how she'll see it in the replay.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's the thing, though. Y'all don't hesitate to ask. Let us know what you need. It's kind of like the old analogy. My wife said, the car's making a funny noise. Well, what kind of noise is it making? When's it making the noise? Well, I don't know when I drive. Okay, so it's while you're rolling. Is it making this noise or that noise? Let us know what you need so we can help you fine-tune and fix it. Once y'all are able to once we know what you need, we can help you with it. So let us know. Believe me, I'm one of the dumb ones, and I can do this. Y'all can do it. So,
Thank you.
Billy,
Yeah.
what would your name show up on? William, where you signed up with Crew?
I am not sure if it's Billy York or William Hayden. I really don't know.
Okay. I saw
William Hayden?
Hayden, Heiden, like the speed skater in the 80s.
No, I already found it.
You
Yeah,
have like
Lane,
a different. Oh, wow.
If you'll realize, Billy, Lane is my computer tech guy, and I've jokingly said on many occasions, and you ain't heard it yet, he's the computer guy. I'm the redneck translator. So,
Billy just got an invite to the Texas group.
so you can click on that and accept that, and you can go in on the GeoStellar Brezio on to Texas, and you can find a lot of that information. That's what I was telling you and James about.
Yeah, I just saw it come in. I'm hoping to get to Texas yet, but I have a lot of personal reasons for not being active right now.
No, that's fine. This is
That's
just
fine. But like I said,
for you to get in. You're able to get in and see articles or videos and stuff, Billy.
You're gonna get the bag.
So don't worry about that. All right, everybody, any questions? I'm getting ready to get off. I want to answer any questions right now. All right. Y'all can stay on, but I'm getting off right now. Hi, Karen.
All right, guys. Good night.
But I'm getting ready to get off. I got an early day tomorrow, so I'm going to go eat. And
Thank you for sharing that video. I've got to copy and paste
yeah,
that.
just subscribe to that. And Billy, the reason I connected you with the Texas group is you can get in there and you can click on the videos aspects in the Texas group right there, and you'll be able to see stuff. I just wanted to get you connected. Plus you automatically get an email every week from me when I send stuff out. But I just wanted to get with you before I left and let you know. I was typing your name and it came up William. You're William Hyde, and I'm like, I said that's probably him. Let me double check.
Yep.
Once it was, I was good. But, all right, everybody.
Thanks, Lane.
I'm going to get off. Y'all have a good one, and we'll talk later. All right, bye, everyone.
Good night.
Thank
Yeah.